Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad. Today I'm going to be talking to Brandon Roberts, who's the immediate past president of the Nevada REALTORs, about housing affordability in Nevada. Coming up on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
The trucking industry is the most resilient link in the supply chain. And for over 90 years, the Nevada Trucking Association has been the voice for the men and women in the trucking industry. From Carson City to Washington, D.C., we advocate for policies to protect our trucking companies and keep commerce flowing. Because Nevada's and America's prosperity is tied to trucks. There's nothing without trucking.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the air conditioning back on today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why sweat for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your air conditioning fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad. And today I'm talking with Brandon Roberts, who's the immediate past president of Nevada REALTORs. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you.
Looks like you're joining us today from Las Vegas. Is that correct?
I am. I'm in my office this morning, bright and early.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So yesterday's segment was about the corporate investors and how that's going to impact housing affordability. So I'm just continuing on this conversation because housing affordability is a really big issue in Nevada. But the other big issue for homeowners is fire insurance. I live in South Reno. We had the Davis fire a couple of years ago, and we have seen just now continued cancellations or delays in getting fire insurance. So the legislature tried to address this in a bill called AB 376, especially after the Davis fire. So can we kind of talk about what is being done to help homeowners get fire insurance in Nevada?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the biggest challenges today is the availability of the insurance. It's no longer just about rising premiums. Many Nevada homeowners are having trouble finding coverage at all. And without insurance, families can't protect their homes or even qualify for a mortgage.
Oh, that's huge. When you can't. And so what did the bill do last session to try to help with at least access to insurance like that?
Yeah, well, Assembly Bill 376 is designed to increase insurance availability by creating a voluntary pilot program that encourages more insurers to write policies in Nevada. More insurers in the market means more options for homeowners. If a homeowner can't obtain or maintain insurance, required by their mortgage, they could be in violation of their loan agreement. And that puts them at risk of the lender taking action, including maybe forcing expensive coverage on them, or in extreme cases, calling the note due and payable. That's why ensuring homeowners have access to insurance isn't just an insurance issue, it's a critical to protecting homeownership itself.
So,
Go ahead.
well, no, go ahead. I mean, I'm just wanted to kind of talk about wildfire insurance. You know, if you're living in downtown Las Vegas, you don't necessarily need fire insurance. But if you're living in a urban wildlife interface like South Reno, you do. So can homeowners not have fire insurance, or do they have to have fire insurance? Or is there a wildfire versus home fire insurance difference? Or is fire fire?
It's a good question. I mean, most mortgage companies, when you take out a loan, are going to require the insurance, and they're going to require that extended coverage in those high risk areas.
Okay. So has that bill, okay, so as a pilot program, a voluntary pilot program, what are we seeing from that program? Are people kicking in and doing something?
It's in their early stages, but this program is set to modernize the insurance regulatory system while keeping strong consumer protections in place. Participation is completely voluntary, and every insurer that wants to participate must apply to the Nevada Insurance Division. The insurance commissioner will have full authority to approve, monitor, and remove any insurers from the program if necessary. But yeah, it's in its early stages, and we believe it's going to make a big difference.
So we all read about the Palisades fire in Los Angeles or in California, and the FAIR plan that California has in place. And we've just seen, I guess, what are other states doing to address this issue? Because we're not alone in wildfires.
Yeah, right. And so states like Kentucky, West Virginia, our neighbors Utah and Arizona, South Dakota, and even Vermont have implemented similar regulatory innovation programs like this. These models have shown that it's possible to encourage insurers to participate in the market while maintaining strong oversight and consumer protections. And Assembly Bill 376 builds on those. Some states have also turned to the FAIR plans, like you mentioned, when private insurance markets become severely constrained. While FAIR plans can provide a safety net for homeowners who have no other option, they're generally intended as a last resort and not a long-term solution. They can be expensive to establish and operate, often provide more limited coverage, and may ultimately increase the cost of insurance across this whole system. Nevada has an opportunity to take a proactive approach by strengthening the private insurance market before reaching that point. That's what AB 376 is designed to do. It encourages competition, increases availability, and helps ensure homeowners have access to coverage throughout the private market.
But some can criticize the bill as deregulation. Would you consider this deregulation of insurance?
No, it's not deregulation. It modernizes Nevada's insurance regulatory system while keeping strong consumers protections in place. Participation is completely voluntary, and every insurer that wants to participate must apply to the Nevada Real Estate Division or Nevada Insurance Division, and the insurance commissioner would have full authority to approve, monitor, or remove any insurers from the program if necessary.
So you think this will open up options for homeowners as it's rolling out? Again, it's still in the early stages.
I do for sure.
Okay. And the FAIR plan, was that a state-backed plan? I mean, was that like are the California taxpayers on the foot for the bill for that one?
Yeah, I believe that affects all the homeowners in those states, and that's why it increases the cost of insurance across the board.
Okay, so it's good that we're not actually looking at that as an option.
At this point, yes. I mean, that's designed as more of a last resort.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for this. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to change subjects, and we'll be right back after this.
Meet Nevada Health Link, Nevada's official health insurance marketplace. Your link to savings, selection, free assistance, and name brand health insurance, where 90% of enrollees lower the cost of their monthly premium. Everyone deserves access to quality health coverage, no matter your income or family size. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com. A few minutes could save you hundreds of dollars per month.
Nevada Health Link. Our plans are made for your plans.
A power line is more than a power line. It's maintaining the bottom line for small businesses. It's keeping the assembly line moving for our workforce. For our brightest minds, it's meeting a deadline. It's on the front line with our heroes. And on the sidelines of the biggest games. It's a direct line to our loved ones. And it's a lifeline for the most vulnerable. There's a lot on the line.
Life just feels harder these days. Our governor, Joe Lombardo, gets that. That's why he's fighting to improve lives right here in Nevada. We want to provide for our families. Governor Lombardo cut regulations that help bring over 84,000 new jobs here, while also fighting to lower the cost of housing. And his crime bills have made our neighborhoods and schools safer. We can't control the global economy, but Governor Lombardo is fighting to improve lives here in Nevada. Thank you, Governor Lombardo.
Howdy, partner. Come on out to Churchill County's fabulous 3C Arena in Fallon, Nevada for the World Championship of Cowboy Fast Draw. See over 200 professional gunfighters from across America compete with special wax bullet ammunition for the title of the fastest gun alive. This Saturday, you can even try Cowboy Fast Draw for yourself and enjoy our car show between 10 and 2. And our Magnificent 7 finals begin at high noon on Sunday.
We're the Peters family, 2 combat veterans, our daughter Elle, and our Liberty Dogs puppy in training, Cooper.
Cooper will grow up to be a life-changing companion to a veteran with visible or invisible challenges.
We're helping Cooper build focus and confidence so he's ready to support his veteran.
And we know he will help bring happiness and independence to his veteran's life.
So join us, become a puppy raiser, and change lives, one puppy at a time.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad, and I'm talking with Brandon Roberts, who's the immediate past president of Nevada REALTORS. So I was asked about predatory wholesaling, and that's a term I've never heard of. So, but apparently it's a big issue in Nevada. So what is predatory wholesaling?
It is a big problem, or it could potentially be a huge problem. It's important to distinguish, though, between legitimate real estate investing and predatory wholesaling. See, most real estate transactions in Nevada are conducted fairly and transparent. And most investors are playing an important role in neighborhoods in expanding housing opportunities. Sorry. The concern is with deceptive practices, which is the predatory wholesaling. That it can be misleading homeowners during one of the biggest financial decisions they'll ever make. See, predatory wholesalers often target homeowners facing difficult life circumstances, such as financial hardship, foreclosure, probate, divorce, or an inherited property. They enter into a purchase contract, frequently at a price well below market value. But instead of intending to purchase the home themselves, the wholesaler will look for someone else that they can assign the contract to, and take out the additional profit or skim off the equity. The problem is that some homeowners don't fully understand what they're signing, whether the contract can be assigned or their true value of their home. Our goal is to make sure every homeowner has the information they need to make an informed decision.
So it's a very deceptive practice. I'm imagining it's illegal or not? It's
not. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it is very deceptive, and it should, my opinion, it should be illegal. Many homeowners believe they're entering into a traditional home sale when they're signing a contract that may be assigned to someone else later at a much higher price. Again, skimming off the equity. And these contracts can be complex, with legal language. And if someone is dealing with a family emergency or financial stress or loss of a loved one, they may not have the time or the resources to fully understand what they're agreeing to. See, Nevada Realtors believes that the homeowner deserves clear disclosures, enough time to ask questions, and the opportunity to seek professional legal advice before signing away the rights to what is often their largest financial asset. The more informed consumers are, the better protected they'll be.
Well, and I imagine that you don't even know that you're entering into this contract until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a way to get out of these? Or is it's a contract, it's a contract?
It's a contract, and I think if you enter into one of these and you feel you want to get out of it, your best bet is to talk to an attorney.
Okay. So
But that could be expensive in itself, right?
Right. Yeah. So what is your recommendation here on folks who are maybe facing financial hardship and have this kind of a decision? I'm imagining to just talk to a legitimate realtor, but how do you always tell who's a legitimate realtor versus someone that might be a predatory lender?
Yeah, the first step to protecting yourself is to slow down and never feel pressured to sign immediately. See, homeowners should understand the current market value of their property. Carefully read every document and ask whether the buyer intends to purchase the home themselves or assign the contract to someone else. If anything is unclear, they should seek the advice from an attorney or a trusted real estate professional. A home is often, like I said, a family's largest financial investment, and taking a little extra time to ask questions can make a significant difference. Every homeowner deserves to understand exactly what they're signing and feel confident they're making the best decision for themselves and their families.
So I have not heard about this up in the Reno area, but I'm guessing it's happening. But I imagine you're seeing it more in Las Vegas?
Yeah, we're seeing it all over. It goes undetected most of the time because they're not really put across the multiple listing service. They're not really put out on the open market. Most of the times, these people have they're marketing in other places. The people buying it from or buying the contract that they're being assigned to are often paying still below market. So it's an incentive for them to do it, but there's a big gap between what the real homeowner is getting and what that end buyer is paying.
Well, thank you for bringing this issue up. I had not heard about it, but I imagine we might see something at the legislature next session about predatory wholesaling.
We're sure hoping.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
2025 is bringing big changes for Nevada businesses. If you have more than 5 employees and have been operating for 3 years or more, you must now comply with new state retirement plan mandates. The Vegas Chamber 401k plan makes it easy, offering a proven, customizable, and cost-effective plan for employers and employees to save with tax advantages. Visit vegaschamber.com to explore options and see how the Vegas Chamber can help you start saving for your future.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
This summer, all roads lead to Hobie's Casino for trucks or bucks. Win up to $1,000 in cash every week. Then buckle up and win a brand new Tacoma or $35,000 in cash. Shift the winning into high gear at Hobie's Casino.
My whole life has been public service. It's about people. And when we work together instead of yelling at each other, we get things done. We don't always get everything we want, but that's our system of government. Give and take. We don't give up, we keep working, we keep pushing. And when we break ground on Nevada's first children's hospital, when crime rates come down, and when graduation rates improve, that motivates me. That's why I do it.
At Nevada Urban Indians in Reno, your health is our priority. Our medical clinic welcomes everyone. We accept all insurances, ensuring quality care is within reach. Nevada Urban Indians, your partners in health.
You're in trouble with the law. It's easy to think you'll lose everything, but there is hope. I'm attorney Orrin Johnson. Your first step is to hire a serious attorney with the experience to successfully navigate the legal system for you.
Sometimes hope means addiction treatment instead of jail, and making sure you're treated fairly.
Sometimes hope means fearless trial attorneys will stand up to the government when they get it wrong. Call or text Orrin Johnson Law.
We'll make a plan.
You'll take back your life.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad, and I'm talking with Brandon Roberts, the immediate past president of Nevada Realtors. So another big issue for the Nevada Realtors in the past couple legislative sessions has been rent control. And in preparing for this interview, I found an article by UNR economics professor Mark Pingle, who talks about the economics of rent control don't add up. And he said the flawed belief is that landlords can charge tenants whatever they want. A landlord cannot raise rent and attract a tenant if other landlords are offering available equivalent housing at a lower price. The only time you can really increase it is when you have a housing shortage, which we kind of do have a housing shortage in Nevada, which is why rent control has come up. But I'm hearing now that there's rent control, but there's also rent stabilization. I guess that's the new term for it. How are these two things different, or is this just semantics?
Well, that's a great question because the terms are often used interchangeably, and they can create a lot of confusion. Traditional rent control generally places strict limits on how much rent increase a homeowner can do on an annual basis, so to speak. In many cases, it may even freeze the rents altogether. Rent stabilization is usually presented as a more moderate approach. Instead of freezing rents, it allows increases, but it limits them to set percentages or a formula, often tied to an inflation or another index. While the approaches differ, they share the same underlying concept. They are both forms of government price controls on housing. Both limit how rental prices are determined in the market. Ultimately, this is still rent control. The important thing to remember, though, is that neither policy addresses the root cause of Nevada's housing affordability challenges, which is shortage of available housing. We simply do not have enough homes and apartments to meet the demand. Whether you call it rent control or they call it rent stabilization, neither policy builds a single new housing unit. And our focus should be on increasing housing supply by encouraging new construction, reducing unnecessary barriers to development, and creating an environment where builders and investors want to bring more housing to Nevada. That's how we create lasting affordability and give families more housing choices. Whether it's called rent control or rent stabilization, price controls don't solve the housing shortage. Building more houses does.
Well, we're seeing this in New York, we're seeing it in San Francisco, parts of LA where they have rent control, and they're not increasing their housing supply. All you're doing is letting certain people stay there. I owned a condo for years and I rented it out. And one year I had a bad accident, I had a flood. So taking it off the market for a few months, getting it fixed up, and then bringing it back on the market, I had to charge more in rent to cover the loss I had. So to sit there and say, well, you can't, Randi, you can only raise rent, CPI, let's say, why would I even then have a rental property? I would just sell it. So why don't legislators understand that rent control really just discourages investment?
You're 100% right.
I guess it was a rhetorical question, sorry.
We should focus on policies that increase housing supply while providing targeted assistance to people who need it most. Investors will pull out of the market when they can't get returns on their investments. So it causes lack of building of new projects. Another big problem is, like you just mentioned, there are expenses to managing and owning a home. There's maintenance, there's HVAC problems, there's flooding problems, there's those kinds of things. Insurance costs keep going up. And if a homeowner can't cover those costs, then it doesn't make any sense for them to have rental properties. And oftentimes it increases deferred maintenance, people not keeping up on the houses, dilapidated houses. And then it causes people not to want to move because of the low rents, which creates more of a housing shortage for first-time people moving into the housing market for the first time, moving out of their parents' houses and stuff like that. Workforce housing is limited by that. So it just creates more and more problems, kind of a spiraling effect.
Well, I understand there's a website you guys have, truthaboutrentcontrol.com. I'm going to encourage our legislators and everyone to kind of check that out, because rent control, just like banning corporate investors, rent control, these are all kinds of ideas, but housing affordability is a lot bigger than just that. Rent control and corporate investors won't help in lowering the price of housing.
Yeah, and it's been a big hot topic the last few legislative sessions, and the rents were pretty high after COVID, but it's important to know that the rents have come down. The market naturally corrects itself, and yeah, there's ups and downs, but without legislative monitoring of rents, they've actually come down and become a little bit more affordable. But again, more housing will solve the problem.
Well, thank you, Brandon, so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Story County, where history meets innovation, and a pioneering spirit continues to shape our future. At the heart of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, we power the future with global leaders in technology and manufacturing, driving progress that reaches far beyond our county lines. From advanced manufacturing to tech innovation, our industries are creating thousands of quality careers, fueling a vibrant economy that benefits every Nevadan. But it's more than just growth. Our community is our foundation, supporting families, empowering local initiatives, and creating a place where everyone belongs. Be part of a legacy built on bold ideas and boundless possibilities. Join us in building a brighter future right here in Story County. Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
Each day, the Children's Advocacy Alliance partners with leaders, legislators, and families across Nevada to improve children's health, education, economic well-being, and safety. We recognize Nevada will be no better than the state of its children. Be a part of this change. Be a supporter of the Children's Advocacy Alliance. For more information, go to caanv.org.
Light up your July at the Carson Valley Inn. Win up to $25,000 in the All-American Progressive giveaways. $1,500 winner guaranteed each drawing night. And $30,000 in grand prize giveaways. Only at the Carson Valley Inn.
Welcome to the Ahern Boutique Hotel, where luxury and warmth come together in the heart of Las Vegas.
We take pride in offering a one-of-a-kind experience for both locals and tourists.
Join us for handcrafted cocktails and an unforgettable experience. Joel's Chop House, the perfect place to savor views of the Las Vegas Strip.
Satisfy your cravings at the Ahern Chocolate Shop.
No smoking, no resort fees, and the parking is always free. The Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel is your home away from home.
Thank you for watching or listening to Nevada Newsmakers. Check us out anytime at nevadanewsmakers.com. Thanks for watching.